We're starting to see the stern come up. We got our maximum peak stress, and yeah, boom, brakes. Okay, bow swinging down. That looks good. The double keel hang on, and then they separate. Bow plunges straight down. All right, we got mast snapping back. The funnels are ripping backwards, pulling off all the davits. Bow's going down like a torpedo.
Hello everyone and welcome to Action RPG. I'm your host Aaron, and for today's video we're headed to the world of Diablo Immortal. I've got good news for you. Predatory microtransactions. The daily grind of logging in and doing all this crap, maybe players are starting to reject it. Maybe they're sick and tired of being taken advantage of. I've got some numbers today that might make you feel better about the future of gaming. We'll see. If you think I've earned it, please consider hitting that red subscribe button. At least give me a like. Helps the video. We're going to jump right into this. Right now on the website PC Games N. I'm going to take you through numbers and news. It's all going to make sense. Diablo Immortal's microtransactions have made $24 million. You might be thinking, wow, that is a lot of money. And yes, it is a lot of money. But is it a lot of money for a Diablo franchise game? Is that money going up? Is it going down? We're going to find out. Diablo Immortal's microtransactions have generated 24 million USD of revenue in the game's first 2 weeks, with players in the United States and South Korea spending the most on in-game purchases on this RPG game. Data from industry tracking website App Magic reveals that since its launch on June 2nd, Blizzard's latest RPG has been downloaded more than 5 million times and has quickly become the developer's second highest mobile earner. So Hearthstone is still number one when it comes to Blizzard, which was released in 2014. The majority of the Immortals downloads come from players in the United States and South Korea, and these two countries have also been the highest spenders in terms of microtransactions. The United States is top, accounting for around 43% of Immortals' earnings so far, with South Korea coming in second, contributing around 23% of the game's total yield. And the rest of this goes into how people are mad and Metacritic and blah, blah, blah. Okay, we already know all that. 24 million mainly coming from the United States and South Korea. All right, we are moving off PC Games N. You're moving to Reddit. I saw this post and then I checked the numbers and I realized they are accurate. Okay, these are accurate numbers. Diablo Immortal earns Blizzard over 24 million in the first 2 weeks. Okay, that's the title. Listen to IRBME. What he wrote 6 hours ago, or she. For reference, Diablo 2 was released at the end of 2000, and within the first 2 weeks had sold 1 million copies, with each copy sold for about $50 to $55. By June 2001, it had sold 4 million copies worldwide. Okay? Now, for perspective, let's just pull out our trusted calculator, all right? So, $50 to $55 each, we will just cut that in half. We'll say 50 to 50 on average, and 4 million times 4 million equals $210 million for D2. But this is early 2000. So now you have to adjust for inflation. So you could times it by 1.60, which gives it $336 million. Okay. That is a very, very large figure. And again, this is Diablo 2. And this technically does not account like expansion sales. All right. I got a feeling this number was much, much higher, but for the sake of reference, 336 million. Now, this individual goes on. Diablo 3 released in May 2012 was about $60. It was $60. I bought 3 copies, including the collector's edition right there, and had sold 3.5 million of sales in first day and 6.3 million sales in the first week. By the end of the year, it had sold 12 million copies, and 12 million copies of D3. That's only in the first year. We're not talking about its entire life. Okay, so now you take 12 million copies and you times that by 60, and you get 720 million. And then you have to adjust that for inflation because this is early 2000 or early 2011. And you go times 0.13. Almost in the first year of Diablo 3, 936 million. 936 million in the first year. And you got to remember, D2, D3, there is no, microtransactions. There's no cash up. Granted, D3 had the real money auction house, which they get a cut of. Anyways, that's where they're at. Now, when you look at Diablo Immortal, okay, Diablo Immortal obviously uses a different monetization model, which attempts to accumulate more money over a long period of time. But right now, in the first 2 weeks, it only has 24 million. And know that in the first week, it had 14 million. Now, what does that mean? It means that it's going down, not up. Think of like a new movie. New movie drops. Oh, it made 100 million in its opening weekend. And then the first week it made 80 million. And then it craters. And after 2 weeks, it's down 60%. And then by the end, it's only making $1 million. I think that is the future of Diablo Immortal. There's no way that Diablo Immortal is even going to touch a D3 or D2 release, in my opinion. Okay. Now I know the counter argument. Diablo Immortal is not D3. It is not D2. It is not a PC game. Even though they have a port for PC, the game is designed for mobile. There's no way it's ever going to bring in as much money as a PC. There's a PC title. And I agree, D4 is going to probably mop the floor with the D3 and D2 numbers, but it still gives us reference for how little it is earned. But we are not done. Okay, we're not done. Moving over to good old Twitch. Okay, I just refreshed these numbers. Now, normally viewers for Diablo Immortal are right around 10,000. Okay, right now it's spiked a little bit. It's at 16.3 thousand viewers on Twitch for Diablo Immortal. 13,000 of the 16.3 is Quinn. Which means if you took off Quinn, if he stopped streaming right now, there's 3,300 people in the world watching Diablo Immortal. Well, Aaron, maybe there's no channels broadcasting it. What you are looking at are all channels currently broadcasting Diablo Immortal. Yep, still scrolling. That is how many people right now are streaming this title. And again, take out Quinn, it's 3,300 people viewing. Revenue is down, players are down, engagement is down. That's the video. Who knows? Maybe this 24 million will spike and week 3 sales will be up and they'll be around 50 million. Who knows? But we will be following it. What does everybody think? Is that a fair argument? Is this game crashing? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you haven't had a chance to check it out, please click on the first link in the description to check out my Patreon. All the likes, shares, comments, subs, all of that is amazing. And I truly need that. We are approaching 20,000 subscribers, which is amazing. But if you want to take it one step further and become an instant ARPG VIP and get Patreon exclusive content, first link in the description. All our podcasts are posted on there. We have some new content coming out. We have blogs. It's awesome. Check it out, 6 different levels. If you haven't had a chance to join the official Action RPG Discord, please do so. We're approaching 1,500 members. Great conversations every day. The idea is to create a gaming community that could jump from game to game together, so you never start the server alone. Link for that Discord is also in the description. I hope you all enjoyed this Diablo Immortal video. Hopefully you're entertained or at least learned something. Aaron, out.